Hello and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker with me, Pitmarthroy. In the last episode, we started through the Forsaken Fortress for the second time, and in this episode, we are going to finish this fight against this bird that annoyed us so greatly by capturing our sister, and then throwing us out of the fortress the first time. So we're going to continue our strategy of waiting for it to try to... We're going to continue our strategy of trying to wait for it to peck us into the ground, or trying to peck us and getting its beak stuck in the ground. And then once it does, we shall hit it with a hammer. I think you can hit this one sideways too. And look, it's its weak point. Okay, that stupid armor got in the way. Let's see if we can get the armor out of the way here. Second stage, instead of using your hammer, you can just use your sword to slash it. And that armor is really going to be a problem now. Because I will hit, if I ever hit it, it will mess it up, so... I guess we'll try to keep the bird away from there. Where'd he go? Oh, here he is. Hey, birdie, birdie, birdie. So that second stage, it goes down pretty quickly. Not really a hard fight, I gotta say. They made that a little too easy. I kinda wish they'd made it harder. And yeah, the lights illuminate it while it dies. Finally! And we get a heart container. And Link does his victory dance. Alright, so... you got a heart container that's so big you can't see Link's face. Actually, no, that's Twilight Princess. But yeah, now we got 11 hearts. So yeah, we're gonna have 2 rows of 10 for a total of 20 hearts. Like most Zeldas, 20 is the max amount you can have. What's in these rocks? Probably just, yeah, hearts. Alright, so with that blasted bird finally gone, I kind of wish it had dropped something other than a heart container, but whatever. We still beat it. Let's continue upward into the final part of the Forsaken Fortress. This look familiar? And more cutscenes, but this is kind of cool stuff, so. Hello. Yeah, how much you want to bet that worked? Yeah, it didn't. But yes, to stop this cutscene momentarily, this is kind of like Ocarina of Time. Whenever you draw the Master Sword, it does awaken Ganon's power. Or Ganondorf's, I should say. It's Tetra! Okay, now I'm kind of glad she came back. That's a creepy smile right there. Alpha just looks at his hand like, where'd they go? Epic Postman saves the day! Oh, and Valoo. Wow, he can actually fly. Why are we playing the Great Sea music? Can we have something a little bit more epic than the Great Sea music? I guess not. Nintendo got lazy! I love how they call it the world underneath the sea. That's right, the old Hyrule is really Atlantis. No, it's not. That would be kind of cool, but no, it's not. Yeah, who's using the stone? The King Red Lions is right there. Why did it put us over here? Let's go over here. We use rocks, man. Nobody uses the water to walk on. We use rocks. Now, fortunately, this thingamajig is already reopened itself, so you don't have to, where's she? Tetra, get over here. You don't have to, like, redo that stupid triangle puzzle that was really, really weird. A Link to the Past intro music. So, to really explain that story, if you remember at the beginning of the game, they gave you that legend that was about the Ocarina of Time legend, sort of. It started out with Ganon seeking the golden power, Link accidentally using the Master Sword to preserve his body for 7 years because he could not be the hero. Ganon used the Triforce, but it broke into 3 pieces, Power, Wisdom, and Courage, and he kept the power part of the Triforce, which also he used to turn Hyrule into a land of darkness. Eventually, Link awoke from a slumber, gathered the 7 Sages' power, and defeated Ganon. And that was the legend. And after a while, Ganon was able to break free of the area he was sealed in, and sought to take over Hyrule again. And when that happened, the king, that guy that we met, also the King of Red Lions, he, along with everybody else, prayed for the hero to return. The hero did not reappear, which was the Ocarina of Time Link, did not reappear. And so what ended up happening is the story at the beginning stopped there. It said, none remained who know what happened to that kingdom. The kingdom was submerged under the sea along with Ganon. However, there was certain people that were chosen to climb the highest mountains, which was the ancestors of Link and Tetra and everybody else, so that somebody would survive to make a new Hyrule. So the old Hyrule, this Hyrule, was drowned underwater. And then so it also prevented Ganon from resurfacing. However, now, as both Ganon and the King of Red Lions have said, the Master Sword has lost its power. As for why, we're going to find that out in the next episode. It has lost its power, even though it is still the Master Sword, it's lost all of the power that it had. And there's a reason why, and if you link it together with Ocarina of Time, you might be able to figure it out, but Wind Waker will obviously do a better job of explaining it. Let's see, is there anything else I want to add? This is also showing that Tetra is Zelda. It also kind of refers back to Sheik and Zelda, how Zelda can use the power to change her skin tone, her color, you know, like the color of her eyes, her outfit. Like, she can change all this stuff about her. But the reason that she didn't change until just now is she didn't have the completed Triforce. She had part of it, and then the King of Hyrule had part of it. And it was passed down from generation to generation. So really, that's about it to explain. It's going to be explained more in the next episode as well, because there's going to be a little bit more dialogue between Link and the King of Red Lions, so it will explain a little bit more there as well. So, next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, we are going to travel once again above the sea. We're probably going to be doing side questing next. I don't know, I'll see what we have to do. But we're probably going to be side questing next. And if not, we are probably going to start the actual, you know, next part of the game to see what all is happening. But let's go ahead and hear why it lost the power. Something has happened to the sages. Now, if you remember Ocarina of Time, whenever you deliver the final blow to Ganon, the sword glows in a light. That was from the sages. So the sages should be in the Wind Temple to the north and the Earth Temple to the south. So we're going to go check out the temples and see what has happened to the sages. Next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. This has been Pit Martha. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. And yes, they are above the kingdom.